to the spigot and it must go to the house. Now I'm second guessing myself. Rebirth. So it looks disgusting here. I purchased this whole house water filtration system on Black Friday 6 months prior to this. It has just been collecting dust and I'm finally getting around to installing it. I'm laying out the PEX that I'll be placing underneath the house. Alright, so these 3/4 hinge clamps. I'm a sucker, and I got the pro ones, which are a couple dollars more, and then I have these 3/4 elbows. And again, I'm just going to put these in place and tape them. I made one of these a little bit longer than the other, and I should have made them both this long, but I'm going to have this be the outfeed, I guess, from the filtration system back to the house. I've never used these. I've used the shark bites before when I was redoing a shower at our old house. They seem to work well, but now I actually went and bought the clamps themselves and the crimper to have. I feel that will be just a better fit altogether. I just want to smooth that edge up if I can. Arrow needs to be pointing that direction. We have don't know what happens if it's pointing in the other direction. I'm guessing it pulls, or has these ridges. I guess we'll pull it in that way or pull it in this way. So the plan is to slide both of these in together. I can just push them towards where they need to go, and then I'm gonna have to go to the exit area. It's about 25 feet from, I guess, the water intake to where it's gonna be going out into the shed. So that's where these will be going. Hopefully I can push those up there and I don't have to climb all the way over there. Eventually I will have to connect them, but I prefer not to do it right now. And then I'll go back on the other end, drill the holes as well, and then slide the pipe through. Hopefully it works out as planned. I'm gonna have to go. You won't be able to see right now. I'll get some lights in there so you can see better, but let's bring all the supplies over first. All right, here we go. A lot easier to see when I'm down here, just me looking, but it seems pretty quiet. So over on this side, you can see the red line. That's where it's coming into the house. Wow, did they even? We'll have to figure that out. I have to take a look over there and see what they've done. But there's a weird elbow over there that I want to look at, and then I have to run it. We shift around here down there, and there's a spot where I'm gonna have to punch through. There's a screen that I'll have to drill through. Won't be too difficult, but that's what we have going on right now. Get everything in here. This elbow here, that's coming from, work on the camera work. It's coming straight out there, goes down, it goes out. That's straight from the well. That goes to a spigot on the backside. The one that we'll have to tap into is this vertical right here. But then that has a 90 up top, and that 90 goes to the spigot, and it must go to the house too. But yeah, coming right from the ground there. But you can kind of see what's going on here. Oh boy, that wasn't hard at all. Well, I need to make a quick journey back to figure out which pipe. I want the one coming directly from the water source going in here, and then having this one come back. That's the return. That's one that I made a little bit longer. Probably didn't need to, and I am gonna have to do something better than my initial plan to seal that up, make sure nothing else gets in here. But I need to make a quick little journey back. This one right here is going to be, I call it the intake. I don't really, terminology's not, for this stuff, I don't really know. Kind of understand its function, but I don't understand all the names. I don't even know the name of the drill bit that I use. If I heard it, I would know it, but now I'm second guessing myself. I had the right one, but no harm in quadruple checking. I've made this a lot longer than I need to. I probably need a bolt. There's absolutely nothing for this to grab on the other side. I'm hoping it will just grab a piece of the fence. But it's not going to, okay. I still feel better with them driven in. Oh, so my bit just fell down inside here. So now I don't even have a freaking bit. So this bit came off, went down in this, what's supposed to be filled, but seems to be hollow hole. I don't really like sticking my hand down in these types of holes. I chalk that bit up as a loss. I don't think that's something I want to go chasing after. Start the journey back. Down one bit. That was a good bit. All inside. All right. It's a little over dramatic with a few of the things I brought down. But you know what? I'm okay with that. A rebirth. Let's see how this looks over here. So you're coming in, you're coming out. I'm trying to make sure all the fittings are inside. I ran the pipe too low coming out of the house, which caused it to hit the 2x4s at the base of the framing. I had to adjust that. It made a sharp angle, which put a lot of stress on the top of the pipe. I ended up covering that with pipe insulation, initially just with electrical tape, but pipe insulation off camera. I do not like how that puts pressure up on here, but for now that's gonna do. So my goal is to get all the water down this next weekend, 3-day weekend, and move a bunch of stuff. See if that actually happens. It should happen, but I don't know. Sometimes things get a little bit crazy. That's good. So that's the intake. The out is not hooked up yet. Go across here. It's back behind all this. It was around. Going up. This is where what's called the spin-off filter is going to be. I didn't realize I needed these PVC step down from 1 inch to 3/4 inch. So I didn't purchase those, so I'll have to go buy those tomorrow. Comes around. Here's up into this control panel. This is what takes all the sulfur and iron out. Utilizes hydrogen peroxide. It's connected down here. This tank will be filled with hydrogen peroxide. And then as it exits out of here, goes back into this first tank, which is that sulfur removal tank. So I guess technically it gets cleaned with hydrogen peroxide, then it goes through this. It has gravel and a carbon medium that I had to put inside there. And then it goes out here, back around. This is another spot where I didn't realize I bought the nipples, but only 3/4. I'm gonna have to find a 1/4. So that I would like to get that down. And then this is a little bypass area. Everything's not stable yet, and these curves or these pipes are a bit curvy just because the PEX was rolled. That goes there. This is where obviously it goes out. I don't think I'll put another shut-off valve here. I think having that one there is good enough. That's just so you can shut down different parts of the system if you have to work on them and still have the water flowing. So actually I might put a valve there. I probably am actually gonna put a valve there now I think about it. It comes in here, and this is the water softener. And again, I didn't realize, so I knew I needed the female connector to go over here, but I didn't realize that I was gonna need one on this side. So it ate up that one that's supposed to be down here on the water softener, this one here. And then this is what they call the brine tank, so that's where the salt will go and water will go in there. And then there's drain tubes coming out. It says to do like a 3/4, but I don't mind them just going through the floor. We'll see if it works. And then that's the drain tube on this one, goes down there. But got a bit more to do, and then I'm gonna have to climb up, put in the UV. So I think I'm gonna put the UV in actually below here. So it's gonna come off the out, and it will come down here, and then it will connect into that pipe and go back in. I think it's gonna be the best place for it. It's a bit longer than I thought. Initially I was gonna put it on this wall over here, But it wasn't gonna fit, and then the way everything runs, I mean, these are, look at that, it's like a super curvy. It's not gonna be straight, but I can straighten it out more once we get the filter all intact, and then the output, and then I'll secure it up against these 2x4s and things. But overall, productive day. I would have obviously liked to get everything finished, but I'll take this. So what I should have done is run everything way out here and have more room to play with, but I did not do that, so this is what I'm working with. I finally realized the mistake I made previously with placing that valve in the wrong spot, so I'm getting that fixed. Nothing like creating more work for myself, but no big deal. Luckily everything else was dry fitted in that area, so kind of like my motto, progress not perfection. We'll get it solved. I didn't show attaching this, but you just put these two brackets in, and this is actually the inflow will come in and the outflow will be here. So I'll have it come out of here, go down, go back up, and then this is where the actual light goes in. Alright, so today put on the spin down filter. A lot of different connections through here, and this one I screwed up initially and had the shutoff valve before the T, so I had to take it off and flip it. It would serve no purpose for the shutoff valve to be before the bypass, because then you wouldn't be able to bypass. That's what we did. Worked out okay. I wish I didn't have that. I wish I had straight pipe instead of the curvy pipe, but it should have worked out well. And then coming back over here, I got these fittings. These are the fittings, the 1" to 3/4, as well as the 1" nipple that I needed. That's just from Home Depot, so that's on this side, so multiple connections, which I don't like as much. And then I ended up needing to go to Lowe's to connect into the UV filter, which is this one, and they had the 1" to 3/4" PEX connectors that I could have just used this one versus 3 separate fittings that more of a risk of leaking. So I think they're pretty solid, but it just was more effort. But anyway, so yeah, hooked up that filter, and that comes over here. We already had that shutoff valve coming in here, and then exiting out, this is another one that we connected today. Goes down again, that bendy pipe, not straight, which is annoying, but it works. And then comes down here, and we have the one that goes straight up into the UV filter. We'll go through there, and then it will go out here. We'll go down this. If I can do it there, it's hard for me to do this. Then it will go out. That's part of the filter as well. And then we'll go through there. But I also, where this is, I have a bypass valve, so I could shut this, and we could bypass the UV filter and go all the way through around there. But overall, haven't pressure tested it yet. Oh, and then I also ran the extension cord in through the back, put some spray foam in that area. but I have yet to connect it in underneath the house. That'll be the next step, and then I'm gonna have to get salt to fill the brine tank, and then the hydrogen peroxide and fill it in here and read through how to run stuff. I'll just end up first starting off shutting off valves, pressure testing it up to this first point here, and then obviously test that one as well, keep these ones shut off, test it through there, just go step by step through the whole system, and ideally there won't be any leaks. I'll show you the back side here, or in the extension cord. This is, I got a much shorter extension cord, but I'm just gonna go through there, through the back, some foam that's still drying, just to seal it up. It should work out well. You can see this should be the water line going in, and then this elbow I showed it before, that's going out. That's just straight well water. Water's coming up from the ground, so I'll probably do an elbow like that. And probably do the T straight up in the air, because then I connect the other inflow that way. It was originally, can't tell, I had just these elbows already on here. Okay, I didn't curve down good, thank God. I was just gonna run it straight, but I decided that I want to have a bypass as well as shut off valves down here. I guess in order to have a bypass, I have to have shut off valves. So a little change of plans. That's the exit. So this is the one that's gonna go out to the shed, and this one will be coming back. I've probably already said that 20 times. That's all right. I'm just talking to myself more or less. So this is going to be how we'll do it, and we'll almost put this flush on the ground. I think that's going to be the best way. Okay. Kind of expected that. This is the low point. Get some of this water out of there. Put this on here. Get this in there. Alright, we'll get this one on first. In theory, we're good to go. So still gonna leave stuff down here. I'm gonna leave this camera on, and we are going to turn it back on and pray that it doesn't leak. We're closed, we're closed, we're closed. I'm gonna come check all these, and I'm gonna open this. I'm gonna let it flow back into the house, check it, then I'm gonna go back and shut this off. Open this one up first and slowly check everything as we go through. So, here we go. good. That's good. All right. Everything's filling back up. Nice. All right. No leaks. Actually like how this is standing up like that. Okay. Now we're gonna shut this back off because this is not what we normally. So that's gonna shut off. And this is gonna be the next one. Do this. Oh, not that one, sorry. One below. So this is now open going to the shed. And really, I can open this one. It's not going to. Shouldn't be much. Oh, it just had a little backflow from whatever is in the house. That makes sense. I don't know if I want that off. Shut that now. It's just all the excess, so we should be good. All right. Move stuff out of here. Go back up top and we'll test everything. The pressure test wasn't recorded. My memory was full, so when I came up underneath to check it, I was unable to record it. So I'm coming back. This is some months later just to kind of show you the, I don't know if you call it the twists and turns, but it wasn't straightforward. I did have some issues, and I'm going to show you these. Hopefully, if you do anything like this, you can correct them, but there's still some things that I probably need to take care of, but they're working fine for the moment, so I'm going to leave them be. Let's begin with leak check number one and issue number one. Right here on this spin down filter, it's actually pretty dirty right now. I need to clean it. But you can see this, I had to add a little extra something. There was a leak. I had a bucket down below on the ground for a while collecting it. But finally this was able to seal up, and I have not had a leak, and it's been 3 or 4 months since then. So everything else checked good. There's that hydrogen peroxide. We're getting a little bit low on the tank here. You probably can't see in there, so I'm gonna have to refill that. But then as you come along through the system, this is where I had most of the issues. So I pointed out in the video earlier that I made these, I don't know what to call them, like Frankenstein connections. There's multiple parts. There's 1, 2, 3 components to it for one connection, and it's more than likely operator error. But these things, they were leaking all through here. And so I thought to myself, oh, Flex Seal. Seen the infomercials. Let's try that. Put a ton of Flex Seal, so it looks disgusting here. And it's continued to leak probably for 3 or 4 weeks after. I had a bucket hanging kind of down here, just off there collecting, and I'd come out and empty it. It wasn't leaking a lot, just like tiny slow drips, a couple of them, one here and one here. But then it ended up sealing up. So it does look bad. I wish I would have made the connection like I was able to. What is it? It's on this side where it's just that straight one piece with the PEX. I got that from Lowe's. This was all stuff from Home Depot. But that did leak, and it was really annoying. It looks terrible, but it's holding. At some point I might need to replace that, and I know I can go and grab this component right here and get that taken care of and get it fixed the right way. But for now, it is doing well. I don't have any complaints. It's giving us what we need: fresh water, fresh clean water coming from the well. But that's it. And if you like videos like this, feel free to join my next one. I'm gonna show how I put on my fence up front to keep all of the critters that we want in, and the critters that we don't want in to keep them out. But I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, thank you.